Hi, I'm Mary O'Brien, Director of Community Education for the Hastings Public Schools. Welcome to another edition of Unity Through Community in my favorite season of the year, spring, going into my really probably favorite season of the year, summer, but we are having such a lovely spring this year. And of course, with the flowers and with the sunshine, and the grass smells so great when they mow it, and we are really gearing up for what's going to be a tremendous spring and summer session for all of you. So that's the focus of our edition today, is what's going on in the summer in Hastings, because, and I say this every year, but it's so true, it just doesn't go away. About 3 days after school is out, kids will say to their parents, there's nothing to do, which is not true in the community of Hastings. There is so much to do. And what we want to do today is make sure that you know about some of those tremendous programs that are coming up and ways that you can access them. So I have two of my wonderful community ed coordinators here with me, Susan Hernlem, hello, who is our coordinator of school age care, and in the summer in particular, we switch out school age care and we call it Camp Horizons and Camp Big Shots.
That's right.
Which is great, and we'll talk about why we do that. And then Sara Lawrence,
hi.
Hello, who's our youth enrichment and youth
development
thank you, coordinator. And we have programs going for kids preschool through 9th grade.
Absolutely.
So we are all set and ready to go. So the first thing is, we know that a lot of parents during the school year use our school age care program,
Yes.
Which is just a wonderful way to keep kids safe, to keep them engaged, to keep parents, give them some peace of mind and some security knowing their kids are well cared for. And when school ends, that doesn't go away.
No, it does not.
Okay, so tell me about why we make the switch from calling it school age care to calling it Camp Horizons and Camp Big Shots.
Sure. In the summer, our program has two components. We have our Camp Horizons program for children who are going into kindergarten through 4th grade.
Okay.
And then our Camp Big Shots for children who are going into 5th through 8th grade.
Okay.
We kind of turn down the trying to get things done every day and really kind of lay back and do a lot of long-term activities. We have 2 field trips a week. We hire presenters to come and speak to the children and get them excited, whether it be we have a Teddy Roosevelt impersonator coming to speak about the national parks, because of course this is our 100-year anniversary for the national parks.
Yep, and being right here on the Mississippi.
That's right.
And yeah, it's amazing.
So we'll offer a lot of themed activities for the children.
Cool.
Along with that, we're going to be going down the Mississippi River on the Jonathan Paddleford. So there are just a lot of things for the children to do. Our program runs from 6:30 in the morning to 6 in the evening. So parents who work in town, who work out of town, we have those extended hours so parents can bring their kids and know that if they need to be there 8 hours, they can. If they just need to be there 6 hours, that's fine.
I think that's one of the nice things about your program, and we call it Pick a Perfect Summer.
Yes.
Which is for a parent's schedule. Your program says to parents, here's what your schedule is, we'll take care of your kids.
That's
it's
right.
not like you have to change your schedule to take care.
Right.
So if I work 3 days a week, I can send my kids 3 days a week.
If you work 3 days a week, then you're going to sign up for the 3 days that you need, and those are the days that will welcome your children into our program and have plenty of interesting things for them to choose from. Gym games, outdoors. We have a wonderful playground over at McCullough, and that's where the summer program will be this year.
Okay, and that's different because it's usually up here at the high school.
We're usually at the high school. This year they're putting some new floors in at the high school in the gym, so we wanted to make sure we had gym space for the children. So we're moving just for the summer over to McCullough.
Okay, and what are some of the field trips you take? Because I know that you have parents who and you have kids whose friends maybe are in Camp Horizons, but then they don't need the all-day childcare, but they look at those field trips and say to their parents, oh, I want to go with my friend. So what are some of the ones you're doing this summer?
We start out the first Friday, which is the 17th of June, with our Big Shot group going out to Valley Fair. And then we have our K through 4th, our Camp Horizons group, going to out to Mall of America. They have a new experience called the Crayola experience with many hands-on activities and just a lot of fun for kids. So we're going to be doing that.
That shows you how much I know about the Mall of America.
Yes,
Zero.
it's new. It's new. And we're going to be, as I said, going on the Jonathan Paddleford. We'll be going out to Fort Snelling. We have Cascade Bay Water Park. We're going to go see a Minnesota Twins game. We're going to go to Crystal Cave and Cinema Grill, which is a new one for us this year.
Okay.
We have the Apple Valley Water Park, which is a favorite of the kids.
Okay.
Our older group, the Big Shots, are going to go out to the Taylor's Falls Water Park.
Oh, how fun.
In August. So we just have a lot to offer. And so, as you said, parents can pick which days. They can look at our activity calendar,
And
figure out with
how
their
would
kids.
they do that?
And they can go to our website at hastingscommunityed.com.
Okay.
Click on Pick a Perfect Summer.
Okay.
And then they can look at the Camp Horizons activity schedule. Click that on, as well as the Big Shot.
Okay.
And then they can register online.
Okay.
Or they can print out a hard copy and
Okay.
get that information to us over at the Tilden Community Center.
Terrific, terrific. And so, so this is really, parents, if your kid says there's nothing to do, just say, come with me. Sit them down in front of the computer.
That's right.
Click on Pick a Perfect Summer and say, which of these fun things would you like to do?
That's right.
So, that's great. And I know we have had, one thing I'm proud of you and your program is the feedback from parents is so positive.
Very positive.
About
yes.
And the feedback from the kids is positive because and this is something I've seen in other programs, that it's not the same as just being there before and after school. A whole day is a way different animal.
That's
and you
right.
guys do a fabulous job of programming for that, you know, allowing kids some of that downtime
Right, exactly.
because kids need that, and then lots and lots and lots of free choice.
Yes, we do. We do. We have lots of activities for the children to choose from, as well as we're starting on Thursdays doing a Thursday special. So a couple of those are going to be Couch Potato Party and Wacky Watermelon Day. And so we're just
Fun.
trying to find a lot of fun activities for the children.
Cool. Well, you do a great job. And for kids who aren't maybe needing childcare, but parents are still looking for the activities, and then for the preschoolers in particular, we have tons of youth enrichment programs. So Sarah, tell me a little bit about those.
We really do. Actually, Zena Stephanie, who's in charge of youth rec and adult enrichment and rec as well, we've been working together to piece together a really great offering for our summer programming. And there's just going to be lots of opportunities for kiddos to get plugged in for activities.
Give me an example of some things that, like if I were going to say, okay, I have a 3 to 5 year old, what might we have for them?
So we, one of our community's favorites is Mad Science. And Mad Science is wonderful because they are very on purpose about creating opportunities for different age groups of children. So there's, you know, the mixing chemistry kind of classes. There's the secret agent class for older kids. So there's just going to be a lot of fun things to do. Something new this summer too that Watch Me Draw is offering. They're doing a sneak peek week.
Oh.
The first week of summer break. So they're going to be offering camps throughout the summer through Community Ed. And those camps are 4 days.
Okay.
But during sneak peek week,
And when is that?
that's the first week of summer break. So
Okay,
when
so
does
the
that fall?
13th?
The 13th. So if you check that out
Is
on our
that right?
website.
Is that the 13th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monday the 13th.
Okay.
So they have
Okay.
these little snippet classes for a day, for a couple of hours, so kiddos can kind of get a taste of what that class is going to look like. And it'll be unique from the course offering later on in the summer for that 4-day
fun.
course, but that's going to be really fun. Another really fun one that's new for us this year is Challenge Island. And that's a very STEM-based camp, which is going to be really, really fun. I'm excited about this a lot. We have a wizardry camp that
fun.
kind of focuses on, you know, Harry Potter world.
Yeah,
and things like
yeah,
that. We've got
yeah.
a minion camp
Oh, fun.
that they're doing. They're doing a like an American Girl doll camp for
neat.
for younger girls.
Okay.
And those look like a lot of fun. So I'm excited to be partnering with them this summer.
Okay, and where
So
do we find out more about those?
you can go to our website.
All right.
Yes, absolutely. Also, we have the catalog that just came out with
There you
all of
go.
our programming information. This was mailed out, what, how many weeks ago now?
Like almost a month.
Almost a month ago.
Yeah.
So this should have come into all of the Hastings community mailboxes.
Right.
Also, we have a booklet that's going to be coming home in Friday folders here in the next couple of weeks
Yep.
with our summer program
Right.
offerings.
And that's
So-
organized very nicely by month.
Absolutely.
day by month. So same thing, you know, if you're sitting with your little one who says there's nothing to do, first you look on the website and see what they're doing at Camp Horizons, and then if they're like, well, I don't want to do that, there's a class or a camp every single day of the week. Pretty much Monday through Thursday. Do we do a lot on
Thursday,
Friday?
traditionally. We try to stay away from Fridays just so that families can have their longer weekends.
Right.
And things
Right.
like that. So.
And then you also, last year for the first time, did a great program called Summer Wedge that
Yeah.
you're expanding this summer. So tell us a little bit about that.
Very excited about the Summer Wedge program. We actually received wonderful funding from the United Way of Hastings in support of this program, and absolutely couldn't do it without their support and our community support. It's an extension. Summer Wedge is an extension of the work that the Promise Fellows do at Hastings Middle School.
Okay.
It's also connected with a club at the middle school called Meet a We. Meet a We is a really amazing organization that plugs student leaders in and gives them opportunities locally and globally to invest and to do community service. So Summer Wedge is very purposeful about creating a safe space for students during the summer months. And we're also very, very blessed to have been able to extend that program quite a bit this summer. So last year was our kickoff, and we saw great need. We saw an awesome response from the Promise Fellow students, and did really cool things. We focused on, we did STEM activities, we took some great field trips, they worked on community service projects. And so this year we'll be able to do that for 8 weeks. We'll be doing it in 2 separate sessions. One will run with the summer school at the middle school, and then the second session will run 4 weeks after that. So we're very excited.
And tell me the time frames on both of those, do you remember?
So the first session will run after summer school is completed. So we're going to be connecting with the meals program here in Hastings to provide lunch for those students that'll be attending Summer Wedge.
So they'll go to summer school in the morning, and then they can come to Summer Wedge in the afternoon.
Absolutely.
And if the kids aren't invited to summer school, they could still do Summer Wedge in the afternoon?
Absolutely, they can. Yes. So very excited to be partnering with the Promise Fellows and doing that.
So
awesome
for a
work.
middle school age kid, and as a parent of former middle school age children, which, true confession, not my favorite age, knowing that they're someplace safe from 6 in the or 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning when they go to summer school to what, 3 in the afternoon?
Until 3 in the afternoon, unless we have a field trip day, then that'll be extended an hour.
Okay, so that's great. And then those kids also, on the days that Summer Wedge isn't running, can be part of Camp Big Shots, because you make sure if the kids are in summer school, they get bused over to summer school and bused back. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's something I would like to add about our program, which is unique, I think, to other school-age care programs. In the summer, when we have children come, if they're taking an enrichment class through community ed in a different building, or they're going to, as you said, the middle school, summer school, we have drivers trained by the Hastings Bus Company that will come and take them to their different classes and then bring them back to our summer program.
And as a parent who has been through that, wow. That I don't have to worry about that in the middle of the day to come back, pick them up, take them, that the kids, again, it says nonstop, one-stop service, nonstop, one-stop service.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, and then Sarah, what are some of the things that they're doing with Summer Wedge this summer?
I love this. I actually was just had a meeting with the Promise Fellows this week, and we were talking about some different ideas and themes that would be fun to run with. So this summer is the Summer Olympics. So we're going to be kind of running along with that theme for Summer Wedge and focusing on people, places, and pets. And so those were specifically chosen because they've been talking with their students and finding out what they're passionate about, what they're excited to be investing in this summer. So we'll be focusing on some really cool things this summer.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I sign up for that?
So if you're interested in more information for Summer Wedge, it's specifically designed for Promise Fellow students.
Okay.
So you would speak with a Promise Fellow at the middle school or with me.
Okay, and
For
so
more information.
if I'm a parent listening and I don't know if my child is working with the Promise Fellows, which very well could be,
Right.
Either give you a call or
That's
just call
correct.
up to the middle school.
And connect with a Promise Fellow
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So,
Great.
yeah.
That sounds great. Well, I love watching what goes on. I always try to sneak into one of the field trips, one of the fun field trips. I follow the bus. I don't go on the bus.
Why not? Why not? I'm sure I could save you a seat.
I'm sure you could too, but I'm going to say been there, done that on riding the bus. But, last year I went with the Promise Fellows with Summer Wedge out to the zoo, and before that we went to feed my starving children in the morning. I've been up at the high school to see all of the great activities. Some of the speakers that come in, I love when the Raptor Center comes in.
Yeah, they'll be coming.
That's one of my favorites.
As well as Dakota County 4-H does some wonderful programming with that group.
Yep.
So.
And I know one of your favorites, and the one I always try to tell you, save me a ticket, and it's like, no, I can't, is Circus Juventus.
Yes, that's a favorite. Circus Juventus is a circus that's up in St. Paul, and it's students who are doing all of the acrobats and
it's amazing.
They're the ones that are in the circus, and they have a different story every summer. I can't remember now what the story is, but the children as well as the staff just love it.
Yeah. So one more time, do not say, parents, or do not believe your children when they say there's nothing to do. There's plenty to do here. We also do have some scholarship dollars available
to offset the cost for
to offset the cost for families. And so I want to thank you for all the hard work you do, and your staffs and everybody involved, because youth work is a high priority for us here in Hastings. And there are just so many good things going on. So thank you for helping getting the word out.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome back. I want to tell you about a great program we offer through or in conjunction with Hastings Park and Recreation. It's called the PITS program, Playgrounds in the Summer. I've tried to find out how long standing this program is in Hastings, and all I know is that it's long standing. It's been here for many, many years, and it's a great opportunity, again, for kids who say there's nothing to do. This is a free program. As we look at it, it's probably one of the few remaining free playground programs in all of the metro area. It goes from June 20th to August 5th. We are at Lions and Sunny Acres Park Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We have trained staff, mostly college students who are out there. They are, in fact, all of our staff this year are wonderful young people who are majoring in elementary education, and so they have a passion for working with kids. In the mornings, we play games, so it goes from 9 to noon, and there's a lot of large motor activities, group games, things for kids to get along with each other, to play, to investigate, and then we take a break for lunch from 12 to 1 so that the staff can have lunch. Kids are asked to leave the park during that time period. And then we go from 1 to 3 with an arts and crafts project in the afternoon. So Monday through Thursday, we are at Sunny Acres Park and at Lions Park. And then on Monday and Tuesday, we are at Vermilion Township. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're out at Hampton Township. And that program runs from 9 to 3 the entire day. Kids are asked to bring their lunch with them because they're coming from a larger area. And it's the same kind of organization. In the morning, we do a lot of large muscle stuff, and then in the afternoon, a little bit quieter activities with arts and crafts. And this is free. We do ask that parents provide a $10 donation toward materials, and a parent or a responsible adult needs to bring the child the first time they come and fill out an information card for us, because we need to have some emergency information. But this program just has been so successful, and it's a great way for the kids to have something to do during the day. They don't have to stay the entire time. So if they want to go for an hour and then they move into a game that they don't like, the kids are free to leave. So I think it's important that parents know that. We're not going to monitor, and the expectation isn't that the staff's going to monitor to make sure that certain kids are here and certain kids are going home. As our friend Susan Hernlem just said, and our friend Sara Lawrence, if that's the kind of activity you're looking for that's more organized, definitely our Camp Horizon Camp Big Shot or one of our wonderful youth enrichment programs would be great for your kids. And we see kids that do that. They come and they go during the day, and that's terrific. That's exactly what they can do. And last year, for the first time, we paired up with Hastings Family Service and the Food Shelf to be able to offer a place where the meals program came in for kids. And my friend Mary Kocak from Hastings Family Service is with us to talk a little bit about the return of the meals program this summer. So this is so exciting. It was so successful last summer.
It was just such a delight to be able to, in the Hastings community, be able to offer a summer lunch. And the nice thing about it, Mary, is that it can be for kids, it can be for youth, it can be for adults, it can be for seniors. And we've partnered with, there's many partners involved in this. It's not a program of Hastings Family Service, but we are one of the partners at the table. So there's 3 lunch sites, which will again be this year. They're all running from noon to 1. And it's at Our Savior's Lutheran Church off of 9th Street, and that is a hot lunch. And then we have 2 mobile sites, one of which is Lions Park, which is a great thing to be able to connect with the PITS program and to offer kids and families and seniors a lunchtime cold lunch. And then also out at Three Rivers Mobile Home Park. The park has graciously offered a playground right off of Megan Court, where we'll be serving lunch from noon to 1. And the other beauty of that is Pitts is at Sunny Acres,
which is right there.
Which is walking distance. Might be 4 or 5 blocks. You got 1 street to go across, but how great. The kids in the community can have a structured play type activity at no cost, which is huge, and then be able to also have a noontime meal. Because kids are out of school, the kids that were receiving free or reduced lunch, that is gone during the summer. So that is incredibly stressful for family budgets. And also something else that we're seeing across our community and nationwide is seniors. You have a growing senior population, and a lot of seniors are deciding whether to buy food or buy prescriptions. The other thing that I love about this program is that there isn't any paperwork. You don't have to meet some kind of eligibility thing. You just need to come to the site and enjoy lunch, visit with other people, have fun. We're also doing activities, trying to organize those. We do have a website, or Facebook, excuse me, Facebook site. Page, just like Meals in Hastings. And then we'll keep people updated with that.
So the Facebook page is called Meals in Hastings?
Meals in Hastings.
Right,
so like Meals in Hastings.
So if I search that when I go back to the office, I can do that?
Yes. Because you'll see information from last year on it. But as soon as we get in the swing of also we need volunteers to operate this. It's over 500 volunteers that are involved.
Wow, how do you organize that? Do you organize that, or does somebody else? I mean, that's overwhelming, Mary.
That's overwhelming. But Loaves and Fishes, they're centered at Our Savior's Lutheran Church. So anybody that wants to help with meal prep, anything to do with the food, signs up through the Loaves and Fishes website, and that'll be on that.
All right, tell me about Loaves and Fishes.
Sure. Loaves and Fishes is a Twin Cities organization, and their goal, their mission, is to help people eat healthy food. So they go out in the communities. They predominantly did dinners. Now they have branched out, maybe in the last couple of years, to also offer summer lunches. So that's how Hastings got involved. So there'll be 2 websites, one through Loaves and Fishes that will be up, and you can go directly to that. And there's 2-hour time slots.
Oh,
because
great.
last year we did 4, and 4
Yep.
was just a little too much for some folks.
Yep.
So some people can sign up for 2, some people could do 2 shifts.
I
and
know
do
some
4.
of our office staff, I encourage them to do that down at Loaves and Fishes, or down at Our Saviors.
Yeah.
And I know a couple people did during the summer and just said they thought it was just so
Fantastic.
wonderful. And to be there, and one of the things that struck me when I was there was that the people at the table really reflected every segment of our community.
Yes.
You know, we saw families come in, we saw kids come in by themselves, we saw seniors there, we saw, I saw a couple, you know, people that I know work in the school district that were off in the summer. It just was such a nice thing to do.
It was really a rallying point
Yeah,
for the
it was
community.
great.
All ages. That's the thing that I just loved, was it can be generational, whether you're eating the lunch or volunteering. We had kids as young as 8 volunteering with people that were 80.
That's something.
So there's just something great about that connection intergenerationally
Yep.
as well. So it's just a very win-win situation. And then the churches are a huge factor
Okay.
in organizing volunteers as well.
Okay.
So we have one through Sign Up Genius, where people from the community, church, or just individual people can go on, and you can see all the dates and the time slots. And the nice thing is it's a snippet of time. You're talking
Right.
over a lunch hour.
Right.
So you might run from, you know, maybe 11:45 to 1:15, something
Okay.
like that. And
At the parks?
At the mobile sites, yep.
Okay.
So at Lions Park, Three Rivers Park.
Right.
And then
And
at
if
Our
I were-
Saviors, there's morning prep. So last year they started about 9:30.
Okay. Okay.
so-
So if I was going to volunteer at one of the parks, what would the expectation be of me there?
Good question. So there are people that are delivery people, meaning they go to Our Saviors and pick up the lunches and bring them to those sites.
Okay.
Then there are what we call lunch servers.
Okay.
And what they would do is when people would come up to our table, they just come through and they would hand them a lunch and they would hand them a milk.
Okay.
Now with servers, this year, which is a little different than last year, we're going to use a picnic table instead of hauling tables and all these
okay.
things. We've tried to reduce some of the carrying and weight of things, because that is difficult for
Yep.
volunteers to
Yep.
be able to
Yep.
do.
Well, there's always learning. I mean,
yes.
you know, so you walk away
yeah.
from the
Yep.
experience and go, oh, well, here's what we could do next time.
Absolutely. And we're also looking for volunteers, which aren't part of that 500, to lead like activities.
Okay.
Last year we had 4-H out every Wednesday. That was phenomenal. They did science, they did brought animals. We had a mom and her 2 sons volunteer to do game day. Every
Okay.
Tuesday they'd come out and play wiffle ball or kickball. So for some of us, it's getting back to our childhood,
Yep.
where you just did pick up things.
Yep, yep.
So that offers that, and that would be like during the lunch hour at Three Rivers, because then the beauty of it is then they could go back to the PITS program
Or
and
over to the
participate
park.
in crafts.
Yeah, yeah.
And participate in the crafts and things like that.
Yep.
This year we have Hastings Arts is looking at donating some time.
Oh, cool.
Black Dirt Theater. We're in conversation with Rio Grande to come out and kind of do some dog
Cool.
training kind
Cool.
of things.
Cool.
We have a couple teachers that have dedicated to 1 day a week to come out and run some kind of activity.
Isn't that
or
great?
So people just, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
I volunteered, beyond my job, like over 40 hours last year, and you just smile the whole time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get to know the kids as they
Yep,
do, like at
yep,
PITS too, because you
yep.
have kids coming back. And you just see the relief on parents. You see families, especially at Lions, coming out of their houses to walk over to the park to have lunch and meet with their kids that have already been there, or coming for the afternoon. And I visited with some seniors out at Three Rivers, and this gentleman was just telling me how helpful it was to them, not only because they were on such a fixed income, and it was very hard to meet all their basic needs, but to be able to sit and visit with people, to delight in watching the kids play. And every Friday we'd have chocolate milk, and he said that was the best thing for his wife, because his wife liked chocolate milk as much as the kids. But, neighbors getting to know neighbors.
Well,
that's just something that
communal meal
Yeah.
is, years ago when I was taking classes for parent education. One of the tenants, one of the instructors said is feed them, feed them, feed them. And he said, to be able to offer somebody a cup of coffee or a cookie, to sit around a table, and he said there's something about that shared experience. And so that shared meal experience. And I'm so excited to hear about how many people are volunteering, because this community really just continues to knock my socks off with the way that they offer their help to everybody in the community.
Yes, very, very generous.
Right.
And also, to point to how it was responded to, on average, 500 lunches a week.
Isn't that amazing?
So like 5,500 lunches
Weren't we Loaves and
taken out.
Fish's largest site last year?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
And I think that attributes to three sites.
Sure.
And also people just coming together and not having to do paperwork in that. And it was just a way for people, like you said, to come together as community, share a meal, visit the day, and there's so many blessings that come from that. That it's just
it is just that easy. So this is, for our other programs we talked about earlier in the segment, you really do need to sign up. You can't just show up for childcare one day. There are lots of forms that you need to fill out. Same thing, enrollment information for the youth enrichment programs. Same thing for Summer Wedge. Those are kids that we're really encouraging to be part of that program. But here's something that you can just show up for. The PITS program in the parks, June 20th to August 5th. We are off the week after the 4th of July. So the 4th of July, I think, is on a Monday this year. And so we're off that week. And then the meals program will be there at Lions, at Three Rivers Trailer Court, and at Our Saviors, and all you have to do is come. So, you know what? I will be there this summer, and I'll really be looking forward to seeing all of you there too.
Yeah, for volunteering, we'll want them to sign up
to
for
sign
volunteering.
up in advance.
So everybody has a good experience. And also I want to lift up the Y. The Y dedicated a staff person one day a week over at Our Saviors.
Great.
To lead activities and that as well.
That's great.
So
That's
I mean
great.
a lot of community partners.
Yep, it's terrific.
Excellent.
Okay, so is there nothing to do in Hastings? No, the answer is no, there's plenty to do in Hastings. We'll see you there this summer.